However, as more and more people are sharing and speaking this information about, we, the galactic beings, cannot be ignored anymore. The reason we are bringing the disclosure faster than expected is because Hello, beautiful beings! Welcome back to Spiritual Selfish channel, where we focus on you so that you can raise your vibration and become conscious creator of your own life. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristina Day, and I'm your host here. Now, guys, as you can see from the title, today's video is all about the 3 things we must know and should expect in 2021. And this is not a message just from, what I think or predict that will happen in 2021. But as you can see from the title, this is a message from Galactic Federation of Light, specifically from Pleiadian Council. This video is not as my usual videos. There are some other videos that I have, shared my downloads from the higher consciousness previously. But this message that I got over the weekend will trigger some people. And if you feel that you already do not resonate with the title, that this is putting you off, that most probably this is a video to close. Because this message is really, it's not for everyone, but it will activate those of you who are supposed to hear this message. So before we dive into the message, I want to quickly make a note for those of you who might not be familiar with Galactic Federation of Light. Basically, Galactic Federation, it's literally a spaceship that is hanging around Earth atmosphere, and they are responsible, literally, how we have government and structures on Earth. There's also sort of not some structure. It's not the same as on Earth, but Galactic Federation is responsible for the peace and observing the rules, that the rules of the universe are taking place. So basically, it's literally a spaceship hanging out around Earth, and there are different councils within the Galactic Federation, and the council I'm specifically channeling in this video is Pleiadian Council, and they are specifically responsible for security, around the galaxy, and they are really, really observing humans during the Great Awakening. And before we dive in, my intention with this video is to activate those of you through my voice and with this message who are supposed to do the similar work. Because there are so many of you who are being attracted to my videos, and it's not a coincidence. We are attracting each other because we are on a similar vibration. So this message is for those of you who are ready. And if you feel that this doesn't resonate, it's okay. It's just a message that is not for you. So as I always say, take what resonates, leave out what doesn't. Always, take in what resonates with you, because you are the only one who knows what is right for you. But basically, let's dive in. The 3 things that Pleiadian Council wants us, the humanity, to know in 2021. And they just gave me a huge download, and I kind of marked the 3 points, the main points. So they're basically starting with a very bold message statement, which starts as, we have won. There's no way of going back. However, we need assistance from humans in order to shift into the highest vibrational timeline as soon as possible to cause the ripple effect and awaken the rest. And what I'm gonna be reading, as always, the message and adding my human comments here as always. So what they mean about the we have won is we're probably are aware about the agendas that are going on now on Earth, which are not so good, right? And there are agendas that are going on behind the scenes such from Galactic Federation and the light workers, when they say we have won, is that we are in the majority right now. We are on the timeline to, prevent the agenda, the not so good agenda, to take place, right? But in order for us to fully and completely to step into the timeline, they are asking for assistance from humanity, okay? So message continued. The most important thing to know about 2021 is that there's more to come. And this is the point number 1, which I marked. More information and transformation is upon humanity, as we are on the verge of the first disclosure. Technically, it has happened already. However, there are still many humans in denial, as they do not know and they do not understand what will happen when the full disclosure will come into place. Now, guys, the disclosure they are referring to is the alien disclosure, galactic being disclosure, the disclosure of that there's different other lives beyond what we know. And what they're saying is that technically it has happened already. Is if you are following me on Instagram, a few days ago, I reposted news that one of the ex-Israeli spaceship military chief officers, he actually disclosed that aliens exist. He actually said that Galactic Federation is there observing us. And those news went viral, right? So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do, because I'm posting different updates and so on throughout, every day. But basically, technically, the first disclosure, the mini disclosure, already happened. But as they are saying, there are still many humans in denial. Because if we start to believe and accept that there's actually beings and other, aliens, this is gonna flip our whole world, right? So, message continued. It's rather uncomfortable to open your mind to new possibilities of the unknown, as it will shaken their current perception of reality so much that they will lose their life, in quotes, identities, so they choose not to entertain or pay attention to this information on purpose. However, as more and more people are sharing and speaking this information about, we, the galactic beings, cannot be ignored anymore. The reason we are bringing the disclosure faster than expected is because humanity is raising their vibration faster than expected. You are ready for this. And only when you, and by you they mean humans, realize your own internal power, this is when we can come and assist you to ascend. And here I'm going to add my own comment, is that we have to realize that all of us are basically aliens. There are not, just humans and you're basically human. Your soul, your pure consciousness came here to incarnate as a human. But you have had past lifetimes on this earth, of this earth, in another star systems, and so on and so forth. But when we come on earth, there's this thing called human condition, when our, memories are wiped out and we are conditioned with ego. We have ego. We are conditioned with different limiting beliefs, fears, programs. So we forget who the hell we are. Obviously, we can see it. We don't remember any of it. Most of us don't. So we have to first take responsibility and realize how powerful we are ourselves, that we are not just a developed monkey that the dark force made us think. We are literally a tip of an iceberg of what truly is our potential. So we first have to open our minds to who we are before galactic beings can come and assist us with the full ascension, right? So message continued. Okay, so this is basically what I said. However, it is your responsibility to open your mind and heart to the new information and frequencies coming from higher intelligence. We do not and cannot enforce anything against your free will. Besides, this will miss the whole point of this transformation and ascension. So guys, the first point in a nutshell is basically that there's more to come, and this more is meant by the first disclosure. And you'll understand what first disclosure means in just a second. So the second point, the second reason why we want you to know that the disclosure is upon us, and they mean you, humans, is that it's needed for this information to be shared by and with more people. It is expected that more and more people will come into contact to be able to access this information and support of ours, to then distribute it across rest of the humanity. If you are willing to be in assistance to human ascension, we kindly invite you to make yourself available for the contact. Only, and I repeat that only those who are ready to assist and support Galactic Federation of Light will be contacted individually to convey the message. Please be not in the fear. The reason we're offering you to come into contact is to speed up the process of human race to become as sovereign beings again. The disclosure, and they mean not the full disclosure, just on the individual level, the disclosure will happen at the most optimal time and space for the individual. To initiate the first contact, it is simply to raise your vibration into allowance and vibration of love, to be in the service to the rest of the humanity. So guys, they basically are saying that if we want the full disclosure to happen, if we want to faster take our power back, we first have to realize who we are, and to realize who we are, this information needs to be spoken and shared by more people. So they are inviting those who are ready to support the humanity and GFL. If I refer to GFL or Galactic Federation, it's basically the same thing, Galactic Federation of Light. They are inviting you to open up and make yourself available, because again, they cannot enforce anything against your free will. And now in a second, I'm gonna give you a statement that they gave to me that will allow them to connect with you and will, from your side, will show that you are ready and you're willing. So the first thing, I'm gonna reread the message again. To initiate the first contact, it is simply to raise your vibration into allowance and the vibration of love, to be in the service to the rest of humanity. And here's the statement that you need to say if you are ready. I am ready, and I affirm that it is in my purest intentions to assist the humanity in the Galactic Federation of Light in raising human consciousness in order to become ready for the full disclosure. I choose to be in the highest service to all that is, and I choose it now. Okay? I'm gonna read it once again. And by the way, this video is probably a video you want to rewatch, because when the Galactic Federation speaks through someone, these are the frequencies, and through these frequencies from my voice, they are encoding DNA activations to wake up those of you who are so close to the next step in your spiritual evolution. And I'm also going to put the statement down in the description below. I am ready, and I affirm that it is in my purest intentions to assist the humanity and the Galactic Federation of Light in raising human consciousness in order to become ready for the full disclosure. I choose to be in the highest service to all that is, and I choose it now. Okay? So the message continued. This will indicate and make for us possible, see my handwriting. So this will indicate and make for us possible to attune to your frequency and provide the necessary information, tools, and support to you in bringing this Galactic Federation mission forth. It is only now and only the chosen ones who will receive this message. So basically, if you are hearing this message, you are ready. They are speaking to you. The only reason you are watching this video is because you are an energetical match to this information. Those people who are not matched, they will not see this video, or they skipped, or this information will not enter their core. They will not understand it. Will gladly assist you, but do not criticize yourself for not being able to interpret the messages as you'd like from the very beginning, as there's still a lack of time for you fully and completely to be able to grasp the concept of telepathic communication. So basically what they're saying, when you're going to make yourself available to support the GFL and with the first disclosure, please do not criticize and pressure yourself that, oh my God, I'm not a psychic enough, or maybe I'm not interpreting the messages correctly. It is okay. You're remembering your abilities and, the sixth sense, how to use it. It's okay not to be a pro from the very beginning. Just be kind on yourself. So basically, guys, I'm going to be going now in pretty much the point 3, but the second point. So the first one was that the first disclosure on individual level will be happening in 2021. The second point is that more of us humans will be tapping into our psychic abilities because more of us are ready. More of this information is being shared. So we are raising our vibration and we are opening our minds. Okay. So this is exciting. More and more people will be developing their psychic abilities. So it is our intention for you to be kind to yourself at the same time as you're going through this massive transformation and upgrades during your human experience. Please remember that we're always watching you and working behind the scenes to align you with the highest vibrational timeline possible. But it is only your responsibility to make the final word and choose the timeline for yourself that you wish to continue on. And what they're basically meaning here, that they can do from their side the best they can to stop the dark forces, to awaken other humans. But it's only you and only you who will choose the timeline you want to experience. There are still a lot of humans who do not want or do not know how to do shadow work, how to let go of heavy, old past that is hurting them, that is keeping them stuck in the matrix. And if you are curious how to do the shadow work, I have recorded a separate video about it. Go check it out. But we'll continue with the last point from Pleiadian Council, is that the last thing we're going to leave you with is that this is it. This is the pivotal moment we've all been waiting for centuries. And even yourself, you were assisting the humanity before you chose to come down to incarnate and assist humans directly on Earth. And what they're meaning here, if you are the one who is watching this video, most probably like myself, you've been part of Galactic Federation previously. And everything that is happening now on Earth, it has been known and expected for generations and generations before. Okay? So message continued. If there's time to step up and speak your voice, then this is now. As we said, more is still upon humanity. And the disruption that is coming in the next few years is just the continuation of what has begun this year. And let's be honest, and this next sentence, I find it funny, but they're right on point. And let's be honest, for most of you, the disruption that caused this mass awakening during this year was the trigger, the pull you've been actually waiting for. On a soul level, you knew it from the very beginning, since you made that decision to come here. You were waiting for this moment to come into the light and awaken the humanity. So just be ready and know, as the vibration of Earth is rising, it will be required you to step into the things you may not have done before in this lifetime. However, this is nothing to be afraid of, as you are preparing for this moment for centuries before. It is in our highest appreciation and service to you to be able to convey this message to you today, and we do not take it for granted, as there are so many more of you coming on board. Once you know the information, this is when you become aware and prepared. And I put in quotes the word armed, like, the armor, armed. Be ready. We deeply honor you, love you, and respect you. Talk to you soon. Your galactic family of light. So I love how they ended. Usually they're saying at the end, Galactic Federation of Light, so GFL. But if you swap the federation to family, Galactic Family of Light, I think it's beautiful. So guys, this is basically the 3 main points that we should expect and be prepared of to in 2021. First, the first disclosure, which will be happening on individual level. The second point is that more people will be developing their psychic abilities. And the third point is that there's more to come. And be ready. Be ready, because everything that is going to be happening over the next 3-4 years is just the continuation of what has just started in this year. So it will require most of us to step up, to speak our voice, and to say, no, this is not okay. And to create what we came here to create, to awaken the humanity and to create new Earth. I know those of you who are listening, you know this on your deep, deep soul level. And the message that I just conveyed to you, you knew this already. It's just a confirmation from their side to you. Because it's time for you to come on board, to step into your role and to awaken rest of humanity. So I'm going to leave this with you. I would love to hear from you in the comments how this message has resonated with you. And I'll talk with you in my next video, which is going to be, because people on Instagram have been asking me about my psychic abilities. So my psychic abilities have developed only this year. And I will share with you what I have done to be able to connect with higher realms and to bring this message through me to you. So if you'd like to learn more about the psychic abilities and how you can do this as well, stay tuned for my next video next Wednesday, and I'll talk to you soon in the comments. Bye!